Hi, I'm Pastor Shegun Ayegusi, missionary and pastoral trainer here in the city of Jos in Plateau State, Nigeria. And I wanted to take this week to give you a quick update on all that's been happening here in Nigeria, and also to introduce you to some of our incredible team members who help us care for pastors and their families. If you've been following the news lately, you've probably heard about the growing wave of persecution against Christians in Nigeria. Now, sadly, it's as real as you've heard, and in some areas, even worse, even though some cases it's complicated. Not only was a church recently attacked in a neighboring state during a live service by extremists, but more recently, about 300 school children were abducted from their classrooms. And as a result, several governors, including our governor here in Plateau State, have actually ordered all schools to close for the rest of the year as a safety precaution. Our own children are actually schooling from home right now. And by God's grace, our family is safe, has been safe, and our team has been safe, and their families. Now, it's important to point out that in the midst of all of this that you're hearing about, all that's happening in Nigeria, it's important to point out that the body of Christ in Nigeria is still standing strong. Like every Sunday, believers are still gathering to worship passionately. Christians are still faithful in their walk with God. And we've really found it to be true that throughout the history of Christianity, the blood of the martyrs has always been the seed of the church. And that's what we're seeing here in Nigeria. So here are some of our amazing team members helping us carry out this work of caring for pastors and their families. We have a rural pastors team that reaches leaders and pastors in remote villages who faced some of the hardest conditions you can imagine. And we were offering them even marriage counseling as pastors. We have a pastor's kids team who care for the sons and daughters of ministry families who often feel unseen in the busyness of ministry. And we also have an administrative team who are constantly working hard, coordinating all our soul care training programs for pastors, their wives, and their kids across Nigeria, especially up north in Nigeria. Now, one major area we would love your continued prayers for is for our new facility project. Our current rented space simply can't hold the number of pastors and wives and pastors' children that God is leading to us, that we're shepherding. We've already begun the process of building a permanent home for our ministry. We've bought the land, fenced it, a place where pastors can find rest, renewal, restoration, and we'll actually share more about this project in the coming weeks and how you can partner with us. But for now, we ask that you please pray that God would strengthen our team to stay faithful in their calling in spite of all that's happening. Thank you so much for standing with us, for praying for us, and for believing in what God is doing through us here in Nigeria.